Hey guys, I'm here with a rant video on Dead by Daylight. The only thing I really want to rant about is survivors. Yes. Um, I feel like survivors are too powerful. I know a lot of people say this. A lot of people believe that they are not overpowered. I'm gonna actually go over here to kill your friends. We're not actually gonna invite anybody. We're only gonna scroll through the survivor perks that are extremely overpowered. Let's switch over to the survivor. Okay? Now watch this. These don't even get popped up at all. Let's see. These are not even the ones that I ever see. No one left behind, all this bullshit, right? Left and whatever. Pharmacy, whatever the case, right? I'd never see these. Never. Self-care, okay? And I always see it at stage 3. Unlocks the ability to heal yourself without it's supposed to be a healing item, not in healing, but whatever. A healing item at 50% the normal healing speed, right? Increases the efficiency of a healing item self-heal by 20%. So, if you have a medkit in your hand, that shit's bussin'. Who else? Spine chill. Spine fucking chill, okay? Unnatural tingle warns you of impending doom. So I can sit there and use the spirit, right? Now her terror radius is reduced to 0 when she phase shift. Not phase shift. I'll just call it phase walk, right? If they have spine chill on, it does not matter. Because usually what I do is I rotate around to see what side they are on the generator. Then I do my shit. So if I'm looking at them, they're gonna get that little, ooh, tingly feeling. Ooh. Like, come on, bruh. That's crazy, boy. Sprint burst. I'm not gonna say this one's OP because it has the backlash on it. This one does not have backlash on it. You get what I mean? The only thing you could say is, oh, skill check trigger odds are increased by 10% and it's reduced by 10%. But while this is your repair, heal, and sabotage speeds are increased by 6%. Like what? Like what? Are you serious? Balance landing. It's another one that has its huge disadvantage at 40 seconds. Unbreakable. Unfucking breakable. This one I see a lot in games. A lot. Like a lot. Let's see. Quiet. Quick and quiet. Crazy powerful. Crazy powerful, bro. There's another one I'm missing too, like a very good one. Urban evasion. Yeah, there we go. We found the jackpot. These are a bunch of ones that if you sit there and you stack up on these perks, it's almost seemingly impossible to actually get you at all. This is not a joke. This is not me being an idiot or whatever the case is. I can't I can't make this shit up at all. I just can't. Object of obsession is crazy too. It forces you to be the obsession, so you are in the best possible position because the killer is not supposed to kill you. if you're the obsession. So if the killer is a good killer and they're trying to play off of their strengths of whatever perk they're using, they're not going to kill you. So you can sit there, wait until everybody's dead, hide as long as you want. As soon as the hatchet pops up, boom, you're in there. That's it. Like, you could wait out the whole game, because if you're going against a good killer, your entire team's gonna die except for you. At the end, you found the hatch, you got it effortlessly. You probably didn't even put no work in at all, but you just took that hatch. And if you're using this with a key, you're gonna be through that hatch way earlier. And then as the obsession, if you were to do that right and you left, now the killer, that perk, whatever he had as the obsession, like against the obsession, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Now that perk is deactivated. So now you just made the killer at a disadvantage. Just because you have this perk, or you want to, you are the obsession, you leave. I feel like the idea of an obsession, if they disconnect from the game, the obsession goes to someone else. I feel like if the obsession kills themselves, no. If the obsession leaves through hatchet, there should be another obsession in the game. The only way obsessions stay in the game is if the killer himself, right? The only time the obsession disappears is if the killer himself decides to go over to the obsession and hook them and like make the kill happen, where they take them down 3 or 2 times, whatever the case, or trap out things and make sure that the obsession dies. If they kill the obsession, right? There's nobody else as the obsession. But if they disconnect from the game, somebody else has to be the obsession, because they know they are the obsession. So if they're playing as a surviving with friends, and they throw they throw the game as the obsession, they make it so that you're at a disadvantage because of whatever perk you decided to pick for your killer. I feel like there should be a lot more set in stone. If I'm playing with a bunch of hex things, like a bunch of hex totems, why the fuck are my hex totems literally separate by a few corners? Like, really? I start the game, hex totem right here. Oh, guess what? On the other side of the corner, on the other side of this wall, there's another hex totem. So when they're done with this one, they're gonna see this other glowing fucking hex totem. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my, I don't know, bruh. I don't know, bruh. The most powerful perks in the game, right? Ones that you clearly need, right? Let's switch it back to it. Okay? Let's switch it back to it. Okay. I want you to see this too. I want you to see this too, as well. I want you to see this as well. Okay? Look, nurse is calling, right? This is to, now this is the only problem with this. It says, unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. The auras of survivors who are healing or being healed are revealed to you when they are within a 28-meter range. That's a good perk, but I feel like that should be like 56, because these maps are huge. There's not too many maps. There's probably like maybe what, 2 or 3 maps that don't ever really pop up, that have that this range popping up consistently. No, they have maps that are like 100 meters, 120 meters. They're across the map healing themselves. And then the fact that they have sprint boost, balanced landing, what else? Dead hard. What else? There's so many of them that make it so that they could get away from you a good 28 meters plus away from you in a short amount of time, a very short amount of time. I personally, like, this is a good perk, but I feel like it should be doubled. Agitation, you get excited in agitation. of hooking your prey, increase your speed while transporting bodies by 18%. Whatever the case, trash. Barbecue and chili. After hooking a survivor, all other survivor auras are revealed to you for 4 seconds when they are further than 40 meters. You see that, right? When they are further than 40 meters. So not even within 40 meters from the hook. So you can't see them even if they're approaching the moment when they're about to be 40 meters. Or, well, you can't even see them within the 40 meters. And that's a crazy distance. And like I said, with this, 28 meters is not that much. This perk right here just showed you that. It's crazy, bro. I'm just telling you. Bitter murmur? Come on now. Like, let's read up on it. Unlock each time a generator is fully repaired, survivors within 16 meters of the completed generator will be revealed for 5 seconds. When the last generator, now I want you to really think about this. When the last generator, not the fourth, not the third, not the second generator, is fully repaired, all survivors' auras are revealed for 10 seconds, right? Now on an average, if you are a good survivor, on a average there will only be 1 survivor or 2 survivors left. 10 seconds is not gonna do shit about anything. 20 seconds would work for me, but that shit still fails in comparison. Now this one is one that I have to buy Freddy for to even get, and then the fact that you have to play as a character which is extremely trash, right? Like, I'm talking extremely fucking trash. You have to purchase a character that's extremely trash, loses a bunch of matches because of a busted, crusty ass character, right? And then you earn this to go on another character that you also have to do crazy ass games just to get this perk. As soon as an exit gate is open, Blood Warden is activated, the auras of any survivors located within exit areas are revealed to you. Once per match, hooking a survivor while Blood Warden is active calls upon the entity to block both exits for all survivors for 60 seconds. It's a good perk. It's a good perk. But 60 seconds though? So there's no cooldown on this. Right? There's no cooldown, and there's no such thing as hooking another person so that it could restart. I don't get it. Like a hunting scent hound. Now this is gonna be interesting. You smell traces of blood at a great distance. Alright? Fresh blood marks are considerably more discernible than normal. It can be tracked for 4 seconds longer than normal. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Brutal strength. Shit's trash. Not even gonna explain it. Your presence alone instills great fear. Survivors within your terror radius have a 50% penalty to healing progress speed. Healing progress speed. Even though everybody's walking around with med kits, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Distressing. See, this is why killer perks are so trash. And they literally make it so that 4 people using... Now, I want you to think about it like this. There's 4 people, right? All running Claudette. Okay? And all you're surrounded by is red and brown all over the place. Everybody on the team has Claudette, and they have self-care. What else? Dead hard, decisive strike, and I think one other crazy ass perk like maybe Unbreakable or borrowing time, like little things like that. Like, are you serious? Your horrifying emanation strikes at a supernaturally long distance. Your terror radius is increased by 26%. Gain 100% more blood points for actions in this. Like, this is trash. Your terror radius is heightened. Why would I want my terror radius to be heightened? What, for blood points? I think not. Dying light. Look at this. You become obsessed with one survivor. Your obsession's altruistic action speed is increased by 50%. So they heal faster. They save people faster. Once the obsession is killed or sacrificed, every other survivor gets a penalty of 25% to repair, healing, and sabotage speed. But we already were over there and we seen that it was 50% for self-care. So what is 25% going to do? When the first version of self-care is 30%. So it's going to literally be self-care at the first stage with a little handicap. What is this going to do? When you can heal and save people crazy fast, as long as you're the obsession. What? Now, moving on. Franklin's demise. Your vicious attacks make the survivors drop their item on impact. Right? The lost item is damaged in the fall, losing whatever. So you think somebody would really, in their right mind, right? And now thinking about it, but in their right mind, ever use this? I've never seen any killer I watch ever use this. This is a good one. This is a very good one, actually. A hex rooting its power. Now, this is the problem, though. A hex rooting its power on hope. The false hope of survivors ignite your hunger, whatever. When a survivor is rescued from a hook at least 24 meters away, right? Devour Hope receives a token. 2 tokens gain a 5% haste status effect 10 seconds after hooking a survivor for a duration of 10 seconds. Okay, so you go faster. 3 tokens give you survivors suffer from the exposed status effect. Okay, now this makes it so that they're one shots. Okay, this is why this perk is good, though. This is why this perk is good. But the only way to activate it is when a survivor is rescued from a hook at least 24 meters away. So you have to be extremely far from them. First off, you got to be extremely far from them for this to even work, right? So obviously when you get the 3 tokens, it's beautiful, right? Now I'm not even going to say the bad part until, you know, obviously we get through the great pros of this perk right here. 5 tokens, right, grants the ability to kill survivors by your own hand. Okay, built-in Mori, right? This perk is activated after level 40 for the hag. That's first off, okay? That's first off, alright? Now, say you did get this perk. Now, they got your hex totem. Perk is gone. Boom. That's it. That's it. The point of what I'm getting at is the most powerful perks can literally be stopped by something that does not even have skill checks, do not have mistakes, and it takes the Huntress to play with the Huntress, win games with the Huntress, and get blood points with the Huntress to get another perk that allows you to see when someone is touching your totem, to stop people from touching your totem. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. It's crazy, right? But the overpowered perks on the survivor side, there's no way of stopping it at all. At all. Self-care, right? It's unlimited. Everybody plays with the fucking self-care. It's unlimited. They can heal themselves infinitely. There's no such thing as running out of heals. None of that shit. And then if you have that nurse's bullshit, as long as they're 28 meters away from you, they could be on the other side of the map healing themselves right back to 100%. After they got your hex totem and all that extra stuff. But you know, they can't change it. Obviously you have this one, right? But this one is literally, oh, I know you're gonna take my hex totems, If you get unlucky and you grab the wrong hex totem, oh yeah, I can down you for only 60 seconds. And then after that 60 seconds, say you knock 2 people down, whatever you hooked them. After that 60 seconds, doesn't recharge. That hex out the right into the garbage. Right into the garbage, right? Now that perk don't even work anymore. That exposed status was only for 60 seconds out of a 20-minute game. Okay, pretty decent. Now this one's a very good one, but back to the hex totems. 6% regression penalty when missing any skill checks. Beautiful, right? Amazing. Shit goes stupid, right? Now, why don't they have 1 to 2 tokens, right? Time between the skill check warning sound, right, become shorter, right? Why don't they have one that has 3 to 4 comes even more short, right? So like borderline like the warning, then skill check. You know what I'm saying? Then 5 tokens, no skill check warning. Kind of like, why don't they have this setup like this one? You get what I mean? Like it's very progressive. Like this one's OP is crazy. Like it's OP as hell. You know what I'm saying? And it has 3 stages to it. But this one, it could be good, but the 3rd version is only 6% regression penalty, right? But then you have toolboxes on the survivor's end that they can literally upgrade them so that the skill checks are amazing anyway, so it equalizes it to literally a way better, like it just goes right back to regular. Like right back to regular, like nothing ever happened. Cancelled out easily. No one escapes, right? Okay. Check this out though. Whatever power on hope, you are animated by the power of your hex totem, right? We already argued about the hex totem, right? The survivors are on the verge of escaping once the exit gates are powered, right? Okay. If there is a dull totem, right, remaining on the map, this hex is applied to it. Alright, so it's a little bit harder to get the hex totem, right? While this hex is active, survivors suffer from the exposed status effect. Okay, decent enough. I could one-shot him, right? Your movement speed is increased by 4%, whatever the case. Okay? They still can grab some form of a totem. They can grab it, or they can just take the hatch. So it's only gonna be for so long. You know what I'm saying? Ruin, right? Ruin, right? Good skill checks result in 5% regression on the generator, right? So Ruin is another great perk, right? But the hex totem argument, right? This one's not one, oh yeah, when the shit is powered, whatever the case, right? If you got stage 3, all survivors are affected by Ruin, whatever, right? But if you have stage 1 and 2, I think it goes like 1 survivor or 2 survivor to 2 or 3 survivors, whatever the case, are affected, right? So good skill checks give you a regression period, right? But I don't see anything about more skill checks involved. So just because it's a regression, it doesn't matter. They still got a toolbox that literally makes this fucking this generator look like they're trying to sabotage one of the hooks. That's how short it is. 3rd seal, also good, but it's a hex perk. Insidious, no one uses it. Shit's trash. Iron Maiden, you open lockers 50% faster. Like you're gonna find people in the like. Come on now, it's at this point it's getting overdone. You know what I'm saying? Failing the skill check results in an additional 5% generator. Like this one this one's incredible. This one's incredible. To be honest, because this one's not a hex totem, you get what I mean? Yeah, this one's amazing. This one's fucking amazing. I can't even argue with this one. This shit's trash. Basement fucking hooks. No, who's actually gonna go in there anymore? This one's amazing. Like, oh, I think all the doctor's perks are fucking amazing, honestly. I don't know why they gotta be that crazy though. This one's also good too. This one's good because it applies a exposed status effect on the rescuer for 60 seconds, and it has a cooldown, and it's not a hex perk. You know what I'm saying? Mad grit, whatever. This is actually good too, to be honest. Like when you're holding someone, you could just sit there and keep swiping. I don't think this is good for the game at all. But I guess you get the point though. This one is a problem because there's not that much of a difference between stage 1 to stage 3. There's not that much different at all. Like, each time a generator is completed, your obsession sees your aura, right? Like, as soon as they finish the generator, the obsession can see you. As soon as you finish it, they can see you, all right? And each time a generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for 3 seconds. For 3 seconds. So you have this shit. You have this shit where, literally, like on some real shit, like literally, for only 3 seconds they can see you, so they know where you're coming, when you're coming, so they can just tell the other guys like, oh yeah, he's coming, or whatever. Are revealed to you 3 seconds. Already trash. Already trash. Barbecue and chili or some shit like that. All those are way better. Come on now. Once all generators are completed, the obsession has the exposed status effect and you can kill your obsession. But you can only kill your obsession. By then, they're already in the hatch. Because you kept them alive for that long. There's another obsession jaunt. This one's good too. This one's probably extremely good, to be honest, because if you match this one up with his other perk, the Blood Warden jaunt, it goes stupid. But like I said, Freddy's trash, and you have to play with a trash ass character. But I guess you guys get the point, though. You guys get the point. There's a lot of things that are like a problem. Repairs are audible at an additional, like all this stuff. It's just trash, you know. This one's good. There's a lot of these. I mean, obviously I didn't want to bore you, and I bored myself a little bit explaining this, but I'm like, bro, it's a problem, bro. It's a problem. Like, there's so many situations where it doesn't matter what perk a killer has, it gets canceled out by simply taking down a hex totem, or simply by yeah, literally by taking out a hex totem. Obviously we looked at the doctor's perks and they're not hex totems, which is fucking crazy, because now thinking about it, doctor doctor makes it extremely hard to do any, like, make it. I don't know. He just makes it so hard for you to touch the generators. Shit's crazy. Like, he makes it so hard to make it. But there's so many things that survivors could do, and then on top of just the perks, they get a whatever item, whatever, right? Then they get their attachments for the item, right? They get their 4 perks, right. They get their offering, alright? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Shit's crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the rant. I'm not saying this game is trash. I'm also not saying that the survivors are like crazy OP, because there are times where these perks don't always help them on their side, and then but the games that they don't really get helped by are the ones where I'm using like rare, ultra rare, and like super rare or whatever, like those good things, you know what I'm saying? And then I match it up with like a good offering or whatever. But there's only so much you could do, you know? There's only so much you could do. And it's so fucking easy for a survivor to win, especially if they're using a Claudette. I don't know how much I can stress this enough. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you guys want some more in-depth explanations. I don't know if I have too many left, but yeah. I'm a killer main. I just hate being taken out by motherfuckers that can see when I'm coming and can self-heal no matter if they have a med kit or not. They can sabotage everything. Like, it's horrible. And they can see where I am if I have an OD fucking perk. They can take out my Hex Totem that does not have even skill checks to it. Like, what? It doesn't even have skill checks to it. I feel like regular Hex Totems, right? And I don't know what's in the patch notes. I feel like the regular Hex Totems should have a skill check that only has like the skill check meter that looks just like the decisive, right? And it should activate at least 3 to 5 times, right? Depending on your luck or whatever the case, because you know luck plays a part of it in your offerings and stuff, right? But it should have a skill check that looks just like the decisive, where it doesn't have like the good meter and then the great meter. It just has the all filled in white meter. If they did that to the Hex Totems, then I'll be completely fine. Completely fine. Because then they'll be the ones that are like you'll see the skill. The survivors that are extremely good, and they'll just hit them all, take out your stuff. It's like, alright, fair play, you got it, whatever the case. Then there'll be the other ones that won't even try it because they know it's a problem. You get what I mean? But please comment, like, and subscribe if you're new. I'm probably gonna have more rants. I heard there's gonna be a new patch that's gonna touch on the Hex Totem. I gotta look up the patch notes. But as far as I'm concerned, the shit is trash right now, and I've been dealing with this shit for like a year and a half. Hex Totems always getting touched. See you guys later.